Hi everyone, welcome to day 2, using trig to find missing side lengths. So if you're given 2 side lengths, you can always use Pythagorean theorem to find the third. If you're only given a side and an angle, then depending on what side you're given, you can use your SOHCAHTOA, your sine, cosine, and tangent ratios to help you find that missing side. So what I always like to do is label my opposite, hypotenuse, and adjacent, and then I go with what do I have. So here's our reference angle. I've got opposite here. Hypotenuse is always across from the 90-degree angle, and this side is my adjacent. So right now I have opposite and hypotenuse, which the trig ratio that uses that is sine. So we'll take sine of the angle we're given should be equal to x over 17. And so we can solve by multiplying each side by 17. And so now we know our missing side length is 17 times sine of 47. So when using your calculator, I know Miss Harden posted something on Desmos about the Desmos calculator, or posted something on Google Classroom about the Desmos calculator. If you don't have something like this, you can hit that function button in Desmos and it'll take you to all the sines and their inverses. So we'll type in 17 times sine of 47. And then we're rounding to the nearest tenth. So our missing side length should be 12.4. Okay, so in example 2, again, label, here's our angle, opposite, you've got hypotenuse and adjacent. So in this one, you have your opposite side you're looking for and adjacent. So which one uses opposite and adjacent? It's tangent. So tangent of the angle equals x over 15. And then just like in the first one, we multiply both sides by 15. So 15 times tangent of 14 is approximately 3.7. And number 2, again, label, you've got opposite. This one's your hypotenuse since it's across from 90, and adjacent. So we've got opposite and hypotenuse. So again, this one is sine like the first one. So sine of 34 is equal to 8 over x. When x is in the bottom, you just have to remember that's what you're multiplying by first. So technically x sine of 34 equals 8. And then we'll divide both sides by sine of 34. So then in your calculator, you just want to make sure you have 8 divided by sine of 34. So you have x is approximately 14.3. Okay, so then in the last one, you've got opposite, across from 90 is hypotenuse, and then adjacent. So we've got hypotenuse and adjacent, that's our cosine. So cosine of 50 is equal to 10 over x, and this one, when x is in the bottom, it's the same kind of idea. So we're going to multiply by x, and then you'll end up dividing by cosine. So x is equal to 10 divided by cosine of 50, which is approximately 15.6. If you need any help with calculators, just send emails and we can. So when you're solving a right triangle, that means you're just finding every single angle, every single side. So if you know that one of the angles, all 3 angles in a triangle should add up to 180. So if you know that, or if you already have one reference angle, then these 2 angles together should add up to 90. So when we're solving for the triangle, we're going to find every missing piece we don't have. So we start by finding what we do have. So I look at my angle that I am given. This is going to be opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. So I could find one of these 2 sides using any of the trig ratios. I can also find this missing angle, because if these 2 together are 90, then this has to be 80. So I know that angle B is 80 degrees. If I'm going to find AB, so I need the hypotenuse, and I know one of my sides is the opposite. So opposite and hypotenuse, that would be your sine. So to find AB, we're going to say sine of 10 is equal to 2 over your hypotenuse, or AB. So if x is in the bottom, like the previous examples, you end up finding 2 divided by sine of 10, because you're going to have to multiply by x first and then divide by sine. So that is approximately 11.5. So the side AB is approximately 11.5. And then same for AC. If you look at AC, that's your adjacent, and you can use tangent because you already have opposite. So you can say tangent of 10 is equal to 2 over your adjacent side, or AC. And again, this is in the bottom, so you end up finding 2 divided by tangent of 10, which is approximately 11.3.